Hello everybody, my name is Zero, and today I'm gonna be trying out a game that, if I'm being honest, I'm not really that interested or excited to play. I mean, when I got it, I was excited, I tried it out, I got bored. I got bored really easily. Alright, sorry, I had to fix the volume settings because I think it was pretty low. I think it's still low. I really wish there was a way for me to be able to tell for sure. But anyway. So yeah, I'm not really looking forward to playing this, but I already have it bought and I really just wanna go ahead and finish all the games that I have in my backlog, because otherwise it feels like a waste, you know? I mean, I already have like plenty of games that I'm definitely not going to be playing, but at least for now, this one is one that I did purchase. So I just, because like I said, I was excited to try it out first, but I don't know, just part of me wanted to request a refund, but I think I just thought I was going to give it a chance later on, right? But anyway, let's go ahead and start. Automachef T1 basic tutorial. Free orders have to be fulfilled. Power usage has to be less than 500 watts or hertz. Use fewer than 50 ingredients. Hello there, fellow human being. Thank you for responding to my advertisement, helping me in setting up my new restaurant chain. My plan is to use fully autonomous kitchens to cut costs and crush mankind. Efficiently produce wholesome, tasty dishes. The kind humans like us love to digest. Before we start on our first restaurant, we need to prove the concept. I've rented this test site for us to use. Follow my instructions and let's make sure this business plan of mine is feasible. You can move the camera with the WASD keys and cycle between cameras positioned using the X and C keys. You can also zoom in or out using a scroll wheel in your mouse. Let's start by making a very simple kitchen that can only make plain burgers. We'll start by placing an assembler, a machine that combines ingredient into finished dish. Click on the assembler in the parts list and place it in the marked location. Parts can be rotated using the Q and E keys. You will need to rotate the assembler so that its outputs are facing the conveyor belt. Assembler. Cost $5,000. Power consumption 4,000 watts. A machine that automatically combines ingredients into a finished dish. It has two outputs, one for finished products and one for unused resources or garbage. It can hold up to 10 ingredients. Great! Now right click on the assembler and select plain burger as the dish to be assembled. I love telling those dumb machines what to do, just like you, partner. You know what's the most ironic part of this? I can assure you an AI bro or a tech bro or one of those dumbasses could look at a robot and think, oh, this is what a human looks like. because they've never seen a real human in their lives. I mean, at some point we have to think that most of them are in vitro. Because, yeah, they're... Anyway. Recipe to follow. Plain burger. Now click on OK to close the settings panel. Before we place any more machines, let's have a look at the recipe to see what we'll need. Click on the recipes button to view the plain burger recipe. That burger looks good. My taste buds are going crazy. So the recipe says we need one burger bun, one raw patty, which we will need to cook. There are some machines we can use to dispense, cook, and transport the ingredients. Close the recipes tab by pressing the OK button. Select the dispenser in the parts list and place 2 of them in the locations I've marked. Don't forget to use the Q and E keys to rotate them so they can face the assembler. Dispenser. Okay, whatever. Now right click the top one and configure it to dispense burger buns. Now click on OK to close the settings panel. Now right click on the other and set it to raw patties. Now click OK to close the settings panel. So now we have got a source of raw patties. We will need a means of cooking them. A grill will do the job. Select a grill from the parts list and place it in the location I have marked. Electric grill costs $1,000, power consumption 3000 watts, cooking time 5 seconds. Your ordinary everyday electric grill to cook burgers and or turn things into a pile of ash. Great work! Let's get those ingredients moving. Select the conveyor belt from the parts list and place them in the locations I have marked. Remember to rotate them using the Q and E keys so that they transport the ingredients in the direction of the assembler. Conveyor belts cannot directly fit into a grill or an assembler, so we will need to use robotics to handle the transitions between these machines. Click on the robotic arm thumb in the parts list and place them in the locations I've marked. Robotic arm thumb cost 1,300 watts. A robot arm that takes ingredients and dishes on one side and places them in the other side. It will move whatever is in front of it. We need to pick up cooked patties from the grill and place them into the assembler. Robotic arms thumb will pick up anything, so they will pick up raw patty as soon as it is placed in front of them. Instead, we need to use a robotic arm smart, so that it can be configured to only pick up cooked patties. It costs $1,000 more, power consumption 400 watts, a robot arm that takes ingredients and dishes on one side and places them in the other side. It can be programmed to only move specific types of food. That robotic arm smart, it's soon as intelligent as human beings. So it needs to be told exactly what ingredient to pick up. Trust me, a lot of human beings aren't that smart. Even if you tell them some things, they will not understand. Anyway, so it needs to be told exactly what ingredient to pick up. Right click on it and select cooked patties in the ingredient drop down. Okay, so It has to be the cooked patty. Now we can make a small test run of our kitchen. Let's see how everything works out. Click on the start button to set the kitchen running. Now let's see what happens. Anyway, congratulations, you've helped me achieve the first step in our plan for global dominance. By which I of course mean dominance of the fast food market, hahaha. Next, we're going to look into making our machines more efficient. Join me again when you're ready. I didn't read the report. Anyway. New restaurant to open. Revolutionary automated fast food diner to open in town next week. Chinese New Year update. Anyway. Order reader tutorial. Deliver 5 meals. Keep electricity usage under 500 watts. Use fewer than 50 ingredients. This is a cheeseburger, I think. You're back. I was just converting oxygen into carbon dioxide, as we like to do, don't we, friends? Sure. We do tend to convert oxygen into plenty of toxins, but anyway. It's time to learn about how we can make our kitchens more efficient so we don't waste ingredients or energy. But first, I need you to finish this kitchen layout. Currently its layout is suited for plain burgers, but I needed to produce cheeseburgers. It's always a good idea to look at the recipes first. Let's see what ingredients are needed so we know what machines to place. Click on the recipe button to view the cheeseburger recipe. This recipe requires cheese, which needs to be processed into cheese slice. Close the recipe window and I'll tell you which machines we will need. Wait, this assembler already has 2 robot arms feeding ingredients into it, which is the maximum it can support. If we are adding cheese, we will need to transport it to assembler on the same conveyor belts that the burger buns use. The robot arm done that is currently picking up the burger bun will pick up any ingredient, so it will be able to place cheese slice into assembler too. Click on the dispenser in the parts list and place it in the marked location. Rotate it using the Q and E keys so that it's facing towards the assembler. Right click on the dispenser to configure it. No, click OK. Now we need a food processor to turn the cheese into cheese slice. The food processor requires no additional setup. It will automatically process any ingredient that passes through it. Some more advanced dishes will require ingredients to be processed multiple times. Now we just need to reconfigure the assembler. Right click on the assembler and select the cheeseburger in the recipe drop down. Now click OK. To run the kitchen and check everything works, press the start button to begin. Sure. Yay. This kitchen has a flaw. It will endlessly produce cheeseburgers. What a waste of ingredients, and more importantly, electricity. Each use of electrons make me feel sad and angry. Grids are constantly being dispensed, and the grill is always on, even if no one has ordered a cheeseburger. That cannot be allowed. You can fix this by placing an order reader to ensure cheeseburgers are prepared only when an order comes through. Select the order reader in the parts list and place it in the location of highlighted. Click on the order reader and set it to detect cheeseburger orders. Now that the order reader will detect whenever a cheeseburger order is placed, we can use it to control up to 4 order machines. Now select new connection to part. Click on the part to select. Select do nothing to expand the control options and scroll to perform action 1 time on the order. Excellent, now select plus new connection to part again. Now let's see what happens. Press start again. If there are customers, orders will appear. I'll simulate some customer orders. Simulate makes me sound almost like a machine. How humorous. Perfect. We've vastly improved the efficiency of our kitchen. I knew you were the person for the job. I think it's time to start on our very first premises. The world will know what is about to unfold. Haha. Yes, let's open our first restaurant then, shall we? Sure. Actually, I don't know if I'm feeling tired or I really don't want to play this game, but I think I'm gonna start it next time for now. At least I got rid of the tutorial. So, yeah. Anyway, see ya.